Hi, beautiful people. It's Wonderful Wednesday. I'm April Roll, your ER doctor online, and this week is GERD Awareness Week. GERD, also known as Gastroesophageal Reflux Disease. If you don't know what that is, I'm about to explain it to you, but this video and this awareness week is so fitting because this is the week of Thanksgiving, and every year GERD Awareness Week happens during the month of Thanksgiving. GERD, referred to some people as heartburn, it has many other symptoms, and I'll link my video that I did last year up here about there's tons of symptoms, not just heartburn, that all can be linked to GERD. But in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some tips in order to stay out of trouble this week during Thanksgiving and pretty much with any meals in general, but specifically because around Thanksgiving, people tend to gather around and have really big feasts, and they share in family, love, and fun, friends, fellowship, and they do this around many different types of foods. So if you're interested in learning more about GERD and the tips that I have for you to stay out of trouble, then let's just get into it. So overall, when you think of GERD, people who have GERD already know what kind of foods to avoid, but in general, staying away from foods that are fried, fatty, greasy, acidic, or spicy, that is pretty much kind of going to give you a general idea of things to avoid to not get heartburn and those other symptoms that are associated with GERD. But I have a whole list for you, 15 things that can help you. So the first thing is schedule meals earlier, because just in terms of anatomy, the stomach is here on the left side and the esophagus goes up into the back of the throat. Okay, you eat food, it goes down into the esophagus, and it gets here in the stomach where it starts to kind of get broken down by acids and things like that to start the digestive process. The earlier you eat a meal, the more time you'll have where you're digesting that food in an upright position instead of eating meals late at night where you go lay down and then you have a higher chance of that food and or acid refluxing back up the esophagus, causing heartburn and other issues related with GERD. Tip number 2, serve light appetizers. Now, just in terms of physics, and there's another tip on here, slow down and eat smaller plates, or have smaller plates, so you're in turn eating smaller portions. And the idea, that's just physics, okay? Your stomach is kind of like a balloon, a circle, a bowl, whatever you want to call it. It is a vessel that is holding the food and drink contents that you're putting in there. So the less food you eat and the slower you eat, the more time the stomach has to kind of let that food settle, and then you're able to not have it reflux. The sphincter, there's a sphincter at the beginning of the stomach, and basically you can think of it as a gatekeeper or a bouncer at an event, right? Your food's trying to get in the stomach just like people would be trying to get into an event, and the sphincter is saying, hold on, we're gonna let you in, but not right now. If you're, eating, drinking quickly, and you have food and drink, right at the sphincter, and things and pressure is getting down in there, when the sphincter opens, if your stomach is already full of food and drink, it's easier for, because there's so much pressure for contents to reflux back up the esophagus, and again, heartburn and these other symptoms associated with GERD. So those are 3 tips: light appetizers, smaller plates, and slow down when you're eating that good old food, right? These things can help you to avoid heartburn and the other symptoms of GERD. So other things, staying active, just in general, being healthier and keeping your body and your metabolism and the functions that happen in your body, the processes that happen in your body, healthy and active will help your body to function more smoothly and do things a little bit more quickly and efficiently. Next thing, don't smoke. Smoking is something that is going to make your GERD and your GERD symptoms worse. Don't do the juice. Don't do the sodas. Don't do the alcohol. Those are gonna all affect your GERD. Now, don't do meaning try to substitute for water. Obviously, in every occasion, you may not have juice, not have soda, not have alcohol. But I'm saying limit those things and try to drink water when you can, because those types of drinks do tend to give heartburn and or exacerbate GERD symptoms. Next thing, season lightly. This is one, especially for Thanksgiving and other holidays when you have feasts, because again, like I said, you have a lot of different types of foods, and usually you know, if you're somebody who throws down, and if you know that means you cook good food, or you're going to a house of an individual or individuals who cook amazing food, I'm gonna say it's seasoned just right, but it's not usually seasoned lightly. Okay, so things that are heavily seasoned are going to upset your GERD, especially if it's spicy. You know, some people like to use Scotch bonnet pepper, hot sauce, pickles. All of these kind of things are going to exacerbate the GERD symptoms, cause heartburn, and cause issues. But we know they're going to be at the event. So I'm just letting you know, okay? These are tips. I'm trying to empower you, okay, with awareness so that you know the deal. If you start having any of the symptoms, you know what's going on, right? So next, pass on deep frying your turkey. We kind of already addressed that in the staying away from fried and fatty foods. So just know, if you do have that deep fried turkey and you have a little burning in your chest, you may have symptoms of GERD. Next, let's see what I think we kind of covered. Oh, watch the desserts. Those also can exacerbate your GERD. And talk to your doctor. If you are experiencing any heartburn or difficulty when you're eating food, you feel like something's stuck here, you feel heartburn, you feel acidic taste in your mouth, any kind of issues, discomfort, or problems related to after you're eating food, talk to your doctor, see a GI specialist or a gastroenterologist to discuss further and get further evaluation for GERD so that you can treat it. Things that can treat GERD: if you do have GERD or you think you may have GERD, you have a lot of heartburn after you eat, especially the foods that I just talked about, you can take things that are over the counter like omeprazole, pantoprazole, Pepcid, Nexium, these kind of things. If you just go in the heartburn section or in your pharmacy section at your local pharmacy, you can find these things that you can take to help your symptoms. But you do want to speak to a specialist or your primary care doctor if you frequently have these symptoms. And also, like I said, the video that I posted up from last year, specifically going over the symptoms and potential complications of gastroesophageal reflux disease. Talk to your doctor. Check that link out too. See the symptoms. And I hope you enjoyed this video giving you some tips on how to stay right for this Thanksgiving and every other meal that you're having. So if you did like this video, in that video. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share this video with friends and family, because these are tips that you want to know. You want to be armed with the tools, okay, to go into Thanksgiving and be good. You know, you don't want to be having any discomfort. You want to enjoy your meal, enjoy your family, your friends, your loved ones, and you want to just be able to have a great time. So these tips can help you do that. If you have any questions or comments, please put those in the comment section below. If you have any tips for any future Wonderful Wednesdays videos, you can also put those tips, suggestions for future topics in the description box below. But as always, I thank you for sharing this wonderful Wednesday with me. Happy Thanksgiving, and thank you guys so much for sharing this time with me. Be blessed and stay healthy.